Alright. Why is that the music a bit low? Welcome, guys. Okay, got everything's up. Should be fine. How you guys doing? Anyone? Is any good Barb build from Tyrius Might unique? Yes, actually. People play Whirlwind with Tyrius Might. You can check the maximum guide for Whirlwind. I think there's a variant for it. Bleed Whirlwind with Tyrius is a thing. So I think I'm gonna blast a little bit of necromancer today, guys. Maybe gonna bring this to 100 finally. In 4 hours from now, we're gonna have the race. It's gonna be fun. So until then, I can easily get to 100. Let's have a bit of fun. Does any other build use Tyrios? I use Tyrios on my pulverize, but not for the bolts, just for the defense. Does race people without class mechanic? Ah no, this will be with the no vendors. Like, this is mostly no vendors, you know, no crafting and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess the rules could be a bit more clarified, but you know, you can do quests, let's say. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, if anyone wants to join and kind of like blast alongside us, that'll be funny, I guess. Why not? It's the same rule set. There's no squad stream anymore. Yeah, there is, it's called multi-twitch. You can just do, I think, multitwitch.tv, and then slash, and then, you know, all the names with a slash. And you'll see them all at the same time. Yeah, last time we did this with like Riker and DM casting, having the multi-twitch. That's kind of cool. But yeah, this time we just kind of like, we're probably gonna hang out in voice or something, you know. Maybe gonna generate some nice clips. There we go. Betting on Rax is a specialty. Yeah, I mean, the rule set is not standard leveling, so it will be a very different experience from normal, and very different from what he's practiced. I asked that much, but I'm not sure if he's here today, and he didn't really say much. Maybe some other people get motivated to at least do that every now and then hardcore at some point, so I can just join for these races. Could do this with more people. I want to do something like this more regularly. Just for the lulz. Blue Rogue Challenge in Season 5. I mean, I wasn't really, like, you know, too motivated to do, like, meme builds right now. Because I just enjoyed playing the season regularly and trying builds and stuff. But yeah, maybe gonna do some Blue Rogue again, or Yellow Rogue at least, or something, or who knows. And Blue will be probably harder these days, because you basically don't get any blue items anymore. Like, how do you even get blue items? I don't think you can, actually. I think Blue Challenge is pretty dead. Maybe you can gamble them? Yeah, we're gonna start prepping for last Epoch as well. I think I'm gonna get this character to 100, and then we're gonna do a bit of like last Epoch stuff, and then we're gonna do the race. And then more last Epoch stuff. Tomorrow is Torchlight. Do I need some red dust vendor? Maybe. Scots Glen renowned. Woohoo. Do I have space in my stash? A little bit, huh? Just for us in there. I have a link for this build. I did not actually make a planner for this, to be fair. But I recommend you go check the Blood Search guide on Maxroll. I could check real quick what it looks like and see what it looks like compared to mine. Maxroll Blood Search. So there's a leveling guide, which is only 1 to 50, but let's see what it looks like. Has skellies. Has Blood Search. Let's check the endgame. Ah, look, latest podcast. Here on the right. I like this podcast feature. Have you guys seen it already on Maxroll? So I'm always showing something from the Maxroll channel and stuff. We had that yesterday. Okay, where is it? Necro. Dude, I need to check my extensions on my Chrome. Like, Chrome has been so slow lately. It's insane. Here's Blood Search. So there's no minions on Blood Search. Yeah, basically, you can probably like orient yourself into this guide. But I'm running with minions, so I have no Bone Storm and no Corpse Skills. I mean, okay, Hemorrhage is kind of optional. Later, at least. But I've been running it now for the resources here and there. So I just have like the minions as well, not sacrificed. Maybe the starter variant has minions. There's at least the Skellies, for example. So I have like a bit of a mix of a minion build and Blood Search. How do you not have to wait the XP on the glyph? Yeah, right click. Yeah, that's very nice. Man, there's actually not enough corpses, I just realized. Like, when I cast, I can barely activate my minion stuff. Because of the Cruel's Embrace, it says Blood Search consumes corpses. Which is very nice to proc like all the corpse stuff. But it just instantly deletes all the corpses and I can barely use my minion stuff. I just noticed. Rax is cheating, he's looking up side quests for elixirs. I mean, I don't know. If he wants to prep, why not? If he wants to do a certain elixir, like a certain quest and get an elixir, I mean, why not? It's part of the race, so if he wants to prep. I'm actually not sure what class I will do. What class should I race with, guys? What do you think? We didn't like set any class limit. I also want to make like class specific races at some point, like, you know, only druids, only barbs, only rogues and so on. That'll be funny too. Race of Druid is the best class. I mean, honestly, I think people will be very surprised to see the results of Druids. I think everyone just like thinks Druid sucks in leveling, but that's not really true anymore. For a while already. Druids are pretty solid, especially if you have nothing. Like if you do like a hard mode race, like we are planning to. By the way, for the YouTube folks, I have the rule set linked at the top of the YouTube description. You're doing like no aspects, or like rather no imprinting, no tempering, etc. So in such a scenario, Druid is going to be really good, I think. Because they're kind of just good by default with their companions and stuff. And something like Lightning Storm. Last Epoch is on Friday next week. There's some blog posts actually I have to go through later. A Druid race to the first 400 Spirit Boons. And I remember Rax going off about that Spirit Boon quest with the Druids, man. I was like, whoa. I mean, if that's your problem with Druids, then I think they have it really well, actually. Like, the Druid class quest, really? Like, that's such a problem. That was funny, man. But I mean, from Rax's perspective, I can understand, you know, he's mostly just doing leveling and stuff. And I guess every time he's doing a Druid, he's like, oh man, Spirit Boons. Because that's really, you know, it's actually kind of impactful when you level 1 to 100 in like a few hours, right? Then you're like, oh man, I need like 10 minutes extra just to do the class quest on Druid. So I can kind of understand it when you're talking about, you know, optimizing like a 3-hour run or something, or 4-hour run. But man. And it starts on Tuesday? No, it's on Friday, I think, no? On the 9th? Oh, wait a minute. It is on Tuesday. Wait, is it? It is. You're right, it's on Tuesday. Oh shit. I've actually less time to prepare than I thought. He died on Druid, so I had to do it twice. Not only that, but he also died twice on a Druid. Even better. We've done the quest 5 times this season in hardcore. Yep. Yeah, my Druid has been doing pretty well, actually. I've not really been much in danger with it. Yeah, I wonder which class I should do, honestly. What do you guys think? Sorc. I mean, Sorc has Incinerate, which is relatively nice. But I'm not sure if Incinerate is going to be good enough for this. Because Incinerate needs to be at least somewhat tanky. And I don't expect to be very tanky. Like, but a good thing about Sorc is we will be able to cap our resistances. If we get to level 50 and then go Elias, I will at least have some resistances and stuff from the Paragons and so on. So that's kind of an advantage. Because we will not be able to craft gems at all. So resistances are going to be actually a problem. No reloading, no gems, no tempering. Like, defense is going to be horrible basically. And stuff like Incinerate is going to suffer from that. So I'm not sure if I can do that. I mean, Necros kind of just work. They have minions that are powerful. You just need to make sure you survive. Could do like a minion Necro. That should be relatively good. Because you don't really need anything for the minions. They just work. So that's an option. Can you use aspects? No, we do it without imprinting. No occultist. No occultist, no blacksmith, no alchemist, no jeweler. Yeah, Druid is naturally tanky as well. Druid is gonna be relatively nice. You can do second armor, bulwark. Like, the thing is that bulwark will actually work just fine because we barely have life bonuses at that point, I suppose. Like, right now bulwark only scales off base life and not off max life. But this won't really hurt you much in such a race. So bulwark is gonna be a pretty good defensive tool. You have the companions to do damage. So companion druid could be something. Companion lightning storm or something like that. Or it's going to do full companions. I'm not sure how hard it will carry, to be honest. But usually they're pretty good. Can sacrifice the defenders or capping res. Yeah, that's an option. That's a pretty good, like, early race strat. I think Chronikz also does that very often in the hardcore races. Just sacrifice defenders, gets tons of res, and you're chilling. Arclash and Charge Bolt is super tanky. Yeah, but it won't have damage. I mean, okay, that's not really an aspect that's important for either of those two skills, which is good. But we also need damage, especially elite damage. Like, I need something that works without aspects and actually carries. So I guess Minion Necro is definitely a good contender there. Maybe Barrage. I mean, Barrage Rogue always works. I could do that. Companion Rabies leveling. Yeah, for early like Hellties and stuff, it's good. Stuff fell off here. Go big balls, hope we find a max hold, incinerate stuff. Yeah, the problem is, if you find this aspect, you know, it's on your weapon, well, you can't imprint, right? You can only use it for so long. So you probably have to like actually swap some stuff out and so on the fly, which is gonna be kind of interesting. Because, you know, you're not gonna just find the thing and then go with it. If the item becomes outdated at some point, that's it. So I guess I might also just kind of go with like some of the loot that I find. That's kind of the idea. Like, who knows, maybe I'll play Rogue and I find like a Blade Dancer aspect. Gonna use TB for a while. Find a new one, each 5 levels, easy. Hey, Barbarian. Yeah, the Tormentor bosses all have the same chances. It's just that Duriel and Andariel, the regular version, has higher. Yeah, class quest is allowed, guys, on the race. It's just the vendors that are not allowed. Hardcore race. I just noticed. Okay, I fixed that. Okay. I duplicated it in title. Holy boards fast is good. Well, you can only use those that you find. So whatever you find, you can use. That's the idea. Maiden allowed. Yeah, we discussed Maiden, and it sounds like we are just gonna stay away from Maiden, basically. Like, Helltide is fine, but you know, like, Maiden is a bit of like an RNG factor if like we happen to have people, you know, killing Maiden all over. So basically the idea is you don't go near Maiden in the Helltide. Yeah, that's something we talked about. We're also gonna meet a little bit ahead of time and, you know, discuss the final little details. And maybe even hang out during the race on voice. We are finding... Ah, yes, Bone Spear Glove. I wanted to play some Bone Spear and Blight, actually, so they're gonna save some stuff here for later. I don't see Barb being very good. Yeah, I guess the main advantage of Barb is that you are tanky, right? Like, as a Barb, you are the tankiest class by default. I mean, Barb does have kind of like stuff that works as well. Like, you can just play Kratos Barb. Kratos Barb without anything works alright. So it is an option to play Kratos Barb. And then later maybe swap to whatever you find if you get an aspect or something. And then do the capstone with like a challenging shout on your bar. And like a roundstorm potentially or something. If you do it kind of like slow and methodical, you're gonna be okay. Do a Whirlwind Barb with Iron Skin. Mask, yeah. Iron Skin is nice. But I mean, Whirlwind is not gonna happen. Like, you need like 2 or 3 aspects to get the Dust Devils and stuff like that, so I don't really expect those to... Like, even if you find those Dust Devil aspects, they are scaling with item power, right? So, you have... You know, if you find them at level 20, they will be useless later. Finally got crossplay off. Yeah, I mean, we hope that it won't really be too impactful with like people running around and stuff, so that's why we don't do like Blood Main. Crossplay means usually fewer people. In a hardcore crossplay off, you're basically alone most of the time. Who knows? Maybe I'm actually gonna run into Chronikz or something, or Oogie. Will be hilarious. Player trading not allowed to, I assume, even though other players aren't technically NPCs. Well, are you sure about that? Less than 3.5 hours. It's gonna get the last 3 levels on this guy here. Be like an NPCs when trading 50 items on default trades. Oh man. Why is the bleeding removed? Even the supporter is not using Rupture on boss. Wait, can other barbs rip out the bleed from your play? Can you like multiply the bleed damage when you have like multiple flay barbs? That's kind of hilarious, man. What the hell? This Portal Rusher does no damage. Wait, how come? I mean, it's I think it's true damage, no? I thought it's like, just like taking whatever value is in there and does it. Or it's just like deleting the bleed without doing damage. It does no damage, it moves the bleed. Okay, so then I guess it's just buggy. You know, if he does a rupture and does no damage, then you know, that's just probably buggy. Like it just probably has like some kind of interaction, like it removes all the bleed. And then does damage based on that support barb's bleed, which does nothing. And that's it. F Nero. Don't like TB. TB is actually pretty good right now. It's gonna be actually really nice next season, TB. Like the main downside that TB has right now is actually the defensive side. And that's gonna get a huge upgrade next season with the change to the Dark Shrouds. Hi AD, by the way. Oh, I saw your message. I mean, if you wanna be event mod, yeah, I can add you if you like. Not sure like how much we are expecting in terms of like, you know, workload or so. I guess it'll be a bit less than the first round. But I guess any extra helping hands are always gonna be nice. We're gonna have another pit ladder, guys, on July 20th. I already recorded my announcement video. I think that's gonna go live later or tomorrow. Can't play TV without Shadow Imbue, feels so terrible. Yeah, I mean, the AoE is kind of small, I agree. But next season you're also gonna get a Shroud of Kondyss to pull enemies together. That's gonna be really good for it.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Bonk. It's bugged. Wait, what's bugged to it? Was one mob only. What? I did not notice that at all. I was playing a lot of it on PTR and I didn't have that issue. It's the highest pit down on hardcore. Good question, actually. I guess we'll find out soon when the second ladder starts. I've done a 117 on Rogue before the mid-season patch. And a 100 on Frozen Orb and a 113 on Druid. So I was like the second highest Druid, and I think I was the highest Rogue. And I was, I think, the third Sorc or something. Been on Barb of Whirlwind. Wait, what are you talking about, Nero? I was talking about Shroud of Kondyss, the new Rogue unique. Dude, this build is actually nutty, man. I've got these shrines, man. Boom, 16 waves. Okay. Oogie did 140. Yeah, the barbs were pretty high. I know Datmos did a pretty high one. Oogie did a pretty high one. Barbs went really high on hardcore. But yeah, 149 is like post leaderboard though, no? That was not like pre-mid-season patch.
My savior.
Hey, Datham. Okay, I'll message you later, D, by the way. Hit ladder, round 2, log in. Yes. Yeah, I was waiting a little bit to find a good timing. Because we didn't really know, like, you know, last Epoch, PoE, GT3 and stuff. And I think we have like a really good timing now. It's like basically right in between everything. I think that's gonna be fun. Any judge? Yes. The tugboat rogue with the new chest. What does that mean? Just like pulling enemies around for the entire run or something, or what? I guess you can do that. I think that knockbacks have like surprisingly little like crowd control resistance build up for some reason. They can kind of just like knock back enemies over and over. Tugging along. Okay, that's it. Yes, with Steel Grasp you can do something similar as well, I guess. So it's like Steel Grasp, Steel Grasp, Steel Grasp. Yeah. Wait, this is with evade charges. Yeah, there's like one problem with the strategy though, which is that if you want to go really far, like you're gonna accidentally trigger your crowd controls on enemies and make them unstoppable at some point. Because at least right now, Shroud of Kondyss, the explosion carries like a hit. And basically you'll trigger your freezes and stuns and whatever. And then eventually it will become unstoppable from that. But I think if you don't do that, like if they actually fix it, because that's a bug, you know, it should not have like a hit, it's an item. It should not carry any like a hit chance. So if they fix that, then you will not accidentally trigger all the lucky hits and the stuns and the freezes and whatever on the targets. You can probably carry them way further actually. But yeah, it's kind of funny what you can do. And they were resetting it with rapid gambits, I guess, by dazing the enemies. Because this was evade charges on boots and not attacks reduce evade cooldown. Which you should probably be running for this. Why is Holy Bolt still banned? Yeah. Why not, to be honest? So at least we get like a proper, like a non-seasonal experience. And you know, understanding of the builds without any pollution. Basically. So that's mostly why. I don't think that many builds really want to run Holy Bolts anymore anyway, so... Especially for a push, I cannot really imagine that's actually that good for most builds. It's just a Helltide elixir now. That's basically what it was for me all season. I barely ever used Holy Bolts. It was just like for some, like, you know, dungeon farm or whatever. Hi, John Delson. Happy 4th of July. Whatever, can you join your friend? He's a new player. I think at level 1 now there's no restriction or something. Just make a party. Monsters also scale to each character level. So as long as you're in the range of monster levels of that world tier, like if you're doing a world tier 2, monsters go 1 to 50. Then, you know, everyone will have their own like monster level that they're fighting, basically. Hi, Fitty. Ring of Mandel, huh? Does the new season start today? That depends on where you live in the world and which game you're talking about. If you're in NA and you talk about Torchlight, then the answer is actually yes. And the hardcore is also fun that we're doing today. Does it look like the boss heals when using Rupture? I think this is just like a display bug of the dot indicator. Like the dot indicator that you have on the health bar is kind of weird and doesn't really include a lot of like conditional effects and stuff. And then you have like also like, you know, you remove the bleeds with the Rupture and these kind of things. So it's just like some buggy UI. Like, the boss is not actually healing. Is there any chance Shadowstep Rogue might become more viable? Yeah, Shadowstep Rogue has actually become a lot more viable. I need to ask Mippy though, what's the state of it? Because I didn't actually try it, but he told me about it and he was like very excited for the changes and they sounded actually really helpful with what they have been doing on the PTR. But I'm not sure if, or like how much he's actually tested it and how good it is. But you already have the Shadowstep guide for Mippy on Maxroll and it seems like we're gonna keep it. Crazy this game, Torchlight. Torchlight is actually really crazy. It's true. It goes really crazy, really fast. What's the king build heroics in season 4 now that the dust has settled? Well, the highest push we have seen from Henshot actually, I think. But generally I'd say that's Heartseeker. Andy is also very powerful. But it's not like as smooth for like low-end content as Heartseeker. Like Heartseeker can just take into any content and you're fine. Andy's, I mean, you can do that too. But, you know, it's not gonna feel that convenient in like a Helltide, for example, or whatever. Yo. Golden bonking, man. You can't open a chest while in Blood Mist. A janky game I was playing, Dwarven Realms. I think I still have the command, !Dwarven Realms. Check it. It's pretty fun. Yeah, maybe we're gonna do another stream there. Highest clear is solo rogue 159, which is one higher than play Barb. On Eternal. On Eternal? That's funny. Okay. What glyph can we do here? Do we need res? Not really right now, but I think we have res on our gear and stuff, right? We can probably get rid of that. So maybe do res, maybe do sacrificial. No, not sacrificial. Share them short time, abyssal, non-physical. What can we do? Control. Ah, here, this is what we want. Corporal. It's an int glyph. And then we Necro, and this seems much more fun. I can confirm this is very fun, but I didn't make a planner for it. Basically, I suggest take the maximal blood source guide and then add some minions to it. That's not really what I've done, but it probably gets you pretty close to this. I'm running the blood golem with the DR. And cold mages for resource. Reapers for cooldown. I mean, the overall highest clear is done by Sorcs though, no? Not the rogues and the barbs. I think the fireball build is the highest. Shatter. And it's always surprised me how much loot there is in this dungeon, man, in particular. It just has so much loot. Insane. Like, I managed to get like barely anything. It's like everything here drops so much. There's a corporal here above this thing. Immortal lame shield build. Yeah, not just that, but it also relies on a massive double dipping bug with shatter.
I carry the best.
I don't think I'm gonna do anything with men down here. Do we have 925 gear? Yeah, okay. Shapeshifting druids have unlimited spirit, a new aspect. Well, this doesn't help with the Locran's Amulet though. Locran's scales of how much resources you have. It's not like unlimited means you have an infinite damage multiplier or something. You still need to stack maximum resources to benefit from Locran's. I mean, Locran's is definitely, you know, getting nerfed really hard anyway. And then it's like, okay, druids actually have like, you know, access to the strongest passives in the game. You can have a quick shift and venom amulet. And druids also have very powerful powerful aspects to put on their neck compared to many other classes. You know, Shockwave aspect, for example, Shepherd's aspect, Changeling's aspect. Like, there's really powerful stuff to put on your neck on a Druid, in addition to the really strong passes. So if there's like a nerf coming to Locran, I don't think that Druids will really run Locran at all, because they're really the class that benefits the least of it, I think. There's also no huge maximum resource stuff you can put on your build, I think. I think there's a little bit of maximum spirit you can get from Paragons. But yeah, I guess we'll see how strong Locran remains after the update. Like, I didn't even bother using Locran at all in my builds on PTR. On almost any case, I just like went without Locran. Deer Spirit Boon meta. Which one are the Deer Spirits? Is it the first row? Maximum resources? Yeah, true actually. It has 40 maximum resources. I forgot about this actually. Because I never really take it. Usually just take the R and that's it. But I mean, with Locran that would actually make sense. You're right. It depends on what they do with the amulet, I guess. Skinwalker Aspect is getting slapped on. It gives 20% HP each time you shapeshift. Yeah, it's pretty nice. You can combine this with Starlight, for example, and like all these like insane healing effects, plus Starlight now working with Overheal are really ridiculous. I've also done this on Barbs. When I did the Deathglow build, it was really nice, man. Starlight Aspect, Invigorating Fury. Your Deathblow costs like 100 Fury, each pop gives you a Invigorating Fury proc every time. You heal like 15% of your life every time you Deathblow. And then you just need a tiny bit of extra healing, you get a Starlight Aspect proc almost every attack. It's kind of wild how that interacts. Like Starlight, like I was spending like, you know, 200 Fury per second. Or something like that. Insane. What Necro build is this? Blood Surge and minions. Yeah, Skinwalker Aspect is really nice. If you need any kind of sustain, like Druids in general have really good sustain. For all of their caster builds, they have the I don't know what the name now, the passive that heals you for 3% every time you cast. Then you have like the Skinwalker stuff that you can throw in there. I think it also gives you Fortify, right? Which is usually not a difficult thing to get on Druids. But that's nice too. Problem is that Druids are kind of starved for aspect slots most of the time. And most builds don't really need something like Starlight Aspect to get the resources solved. I'm not sure if there's like any build where you would like to do that combo over just like having good gear and solving your resources otherwise. If Druids had something like Unbridled Rage, this would be a good combo for sure. But this guy teleported out of my golem hit, man. Holy. I wonder if like maybe in the expansion they would do something like the PoE 2 thing, where everyone can just have 2 weapon slots. And then, you know, have like certain stats that only apply from that weapon or this weapon, or certain even passive points. Like in PoE 2 they have like a system where, a bit like Diablo 2, where you have like 2 weapon slots. You can swap between them, but it also does it on the fly. A bit like the arsenal stuff from Barbs in Diablo 4. Where you like choose a certain weapon to go with a certain skill. I mean, potentially you could also just change how Barb works to make the stats from your weapons only apply with the weapon that you have in hand. Same with the rogues. If you keep having trouble balancing the Barbs, because they don't want to nerf stuff, then this could also be an option. feel like passes need to change and amulets need to change. And Venom and Fidget Finesse should not be such a massive power increase. I mean, on one hand it's nice that you can get these powerful effects, right? But on the other hand it also kind of feels terrible because any amulet that does not have Envenom on a Druid is just trash, right? Outside of like Wind Shear build. But yeah, every build that is not Wind Shear, you need to have Envenom, you need to have poisons in your build, or else you're not playing Druid, right? This is basically how it works. And like similar with Sorcs and Devouring Blaze, like, you know, some of these like passives are just like, you know, such a massive power increase. And it does make some sense when you have only 3 ranks, right? If you can get 3 ranks to Envenom, or 3 ranks to Devouring Blaze, and it's like a 30% damage increase instead of like a, I don't know, 12% or 15%, you know, from like another passive, that's kind of okay. But when you have 8 ranks on that passive, or I don't know, what is the maximum? 9, I think you can have. I think you can have 9. If you have 9 ranks to Envenom, it's not a choice anymore, right? You need to have it. Like, it's just so powerful. And it kind of feels good to get it, but on the other hand, it just feels like, yeah, every build needs to have poisons. Every build needs to have burning on Sorc. Else you don't play the class correctly. And that's kind of problematic, I feel. Ten ranks even. Can you get 7? Like you start at 2. You can greater epics 3. And then you can have 3 masterwork crits and 1 normal upgrade, right? So this is 3, 7, yeah, I can get 10 ranks, exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. Literally double damage for my Venom. And like with the skill tree, the 3 points, and the 7 ranks on the neck, it's literally double damage. Hey Xaranos, thank you. Like Sorc. Yeah, we were discussing which class I will play for the race later. I'm not sure yet. Maybe once this character is 100, I'm gonna do like a small 30-minute test session or something. Sorc is the most balanced class within itself. I think Druid actually is right now, but I guess it's kind of close between the two. Does Firewall Sorc need much in the way of aspects? Usually not. I know a lot of Sorcs like leveling with Firewall. It's relatively decent for leveling as far as I know, but I personally don't like playing Firewall, I gotta say. But I guess it would be a good option for the race as well. The thing is, you have to remember you have to kill bosses as well. So we have to do some strongholds. And you kind of want to do them not too late. Because in the race there will be 3 strongholds you have to clear to enable wearing jewelry. And you kind of want to do them not too late so you can actually use that jewelry early. In case I find a good ring or something. God. And also you have to kill capstone dungeon bosses, Elias and Curator, and also the small boss fight in capstone 1. Putting a vote on racing with Druid companions. Yeah, it's kind of tempting actually. So the options right now are Minion Necro, Minion Druid, I guess Barrage Rogue. I think I won't to Barb. And then Sorc, yeah, I guess this would be probably Firewall. Or whatever we find. I think I might go Druid. Hey, Kondyss. Thanks for the 40 mouse. Yeah, Kondyss is one of our racers later. Of course. No tempers on a race. No crafting at all. Not even gems. Who's winning? Well, whoever doesn't get greedy and get one shot in a capstone, I guess. is my guess right now. They added an in-game announcement system, LRD3 into LA to announce winners. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm really excited for the last Epoch race. There's also apparently a level leaderboard in the game now. That's amazing. Rax to rip burst. Oh man, we should do something like a bingo card or so. For the race. How about that, guys? Someone needs to make one. Practicing Falconer. Is Falconer still looking good for... Maybe I'm gonna play Falconer again, because I have the most experience with it and I really liked it. At least for the race. If Falconer is not like Omega nerfed or something, I might do it again. It's kinda nice last time. Like the quotes racing on Druid. Maybe I'll season start Druid. Season 5. Do some landslide. Race on the Druid. Could be fun. So you can loot items while in Bloodlust, but you cannot do anything else really. LE's combat doesn't do it for me. And I've done some improvements though, as far as I know. There's like a dodge roll now, or like an evade, similar to D4. So I think that also we're gonna feel kinda cool. And I guess it also allows them to just like, you know, update their monsters a little bit. I think Holiday gets to return to the frame. Maybe, but I don't think that will be in the middle of the summer. We can make a Sorc that isn't boring in LE. Yeah, there's really cool like caster builds and stuff. I definitely want to try some mage in last Epoch this time. I have not really played much mage. Just very briefly I tried some stuff. There are lots of interesting mechanics. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need one more node and we have this here. Unlucky PB. Okay, dude. The most annoying thing is the menu has an update delay, like you kill monsters, and it does disappearing seconds after you killed. Yeah, I do hate that as well. I think it's overpower damage.
Come back if you need the forge.
Okay, any good loot? It's cooldown, yes. No.
You can still use these.
Okay. Did I open this? Quarter gun. I don't even want to do quarter gun actually again. Let's go here. Cyclish. Still have yet to catch one of these on-screen celebrations, man. I've not actually seen what it looks like. I saw the enlarged emotes. It's like a new feature from Twitch where you can do some funny stuff with emotes, with bits. Okay, I unpause my own stream so I can watch it in case it happens again. There's another one. Ah, okay, I see it now. Looks hilarious. But do I see this on OBS? No, it's not on my OBS. Actually. I'm not sure if I can turn this on. Because usually I pause my own stream. But I have my OBS running. Where I can see my preview basically, but it's not there. It's just the Twitch thing directly. And I guess YouTube also doesn't see it, right? Also, I noticed I don't have the Twitch chat overlay and stuff on because I turned it off from the podcast last night. Am I racing Raxx? Not just Raxx. Thanks, by the way. Left them. Okay, let me turn on that stuff again. Okay. That looks fine. Good to like the emote. I still need to like make some more emotes, man. I have not really done it yet. We have a bunch of slots unlocked right now. He must have died. The race is not going yet. I guess he's practicing like a fresh character or so. What class is he doing? Is he doing Necro? I guess he might be doing Necro. He's targeting to log on to the Season 4 now. I mean, if you have done everything on all the classes you want to do, that's good. But we have the pit ladder round 2 coming. At least you can, you know, log in and do some push. More tier 3 emotes. And I need to look into like how many slots I have for the different tiers, but I think yeah, there's some tier 3 emotes I could do. And in general I have like a lot of emote slots, so I'm gonna do a session and then make some. Been wanting to do this for a while, but I kind of like never really kept it on my mind until I actually work on it. Or I was like busy and sidetracked. Okay, Raxx is doing Necro. Yeah, I guess Necro would be the best for this. Okay, submit all around, so pit ladder. Yeah, I mean, we don't really have like any real verification of which patch you played on, right? So I guess no one will really be able to tell. As long as it's from this patch, I guess that's fine. And I guess we don't really expect anything, you know, in terms of updates anymore. So I guess technically it doesn't really matter. High race. Low, yes. I'm not planning to play Season 32 right now. Maybe after I return from North America. But not for launch. It's like right after last Epoch, so I'll be in last Epoch there. Yeah, Windows clock recorded. Yeah, maybe if we do like another pit ladder in the future, we might make that as a rule. Because, you know, Season 5 is going to be a big shake-up and, you know, there's not really anything to tell Season 4 and Season 5 apart directly, I guess, in the pit run. There's like no indicator of like the date, the patch, or anything. I guess for now it's okay. But yeah, I guess in Season 5 you might have to implement a rule. Which might make it kind of hard to record this. Because, I don't know, if like Shadowplay does it record only the game and not the windows, for example. Like if you like just press Windows to see the date. And I mean, even that could technically be faked. Yeah, I've been to Irvine during BlizzCon. They invited me to the headquarters. But this time I'm not going to Irvine. I'm going to Seattle. I think the first content creator event on the 12th of July is in Irvine,
You can still use
but I'm not going to be in Irvine. Does Blizzard pay for everything? Yes, actually. They are like... In fact, they're actually taking care even of like booking the flight and stuff, so that was kind of nice. Last time I had to book the flight myself and they kind of reimbursed us. But this time they actually, like, you know, just asked us for passport details and stuff and they just did everything. So that was cool. Sounds very brutal, our Veil. Blizzard can only map from booking flights. Ah man. I wonder if the Blizzard Morphine is ever gonna like stop. But we're kind of far away from that right now. What's the name of the song? Wudijo, Fuel for the Fire. It's a good one. It's actually probably the favorite of our own. I think it will get worse, not better, the Blizzard Math. I don't know, I mean they are fixing bugs. Slowly. But also like they introduced a lot of new stuff, right? And as I discussed, for example, yesterday in the podcast, it's like they introduce new items, and the new items, without any other interactions, don't even do what they say, right? So this is kind of like the worst. Like, I think it's okay that, you know, stuff is just like, you know, maybe overlooked if there's like some crazy combo we can do with this and that and whatever, right? But if you like introduce a new thing and then that new thing doesn't even work according to the tooltip on its own, then it's kind of weird. Which character will be playing for the race? I'm not sure yet. Maybe you do it. Druid, Rogue, or Necro are the options, I think. I'll do like a short testing session later. Maybe do like the first like 15 levels or something. Definitely go with Cheese PP event with Incinerate and Flame Shields. Go Sorc. I'm not sure how cheese that is, really. And this means I actually have to kill people during like 2 seconds of your Flame Shield, which is not happening. Druid Copium. Season 5 looks like a joke. Yeah, I wouldn't really draw that conclusion just yet. I mean, first of all, we don't even know the season theme and these kind of things. Second, they're gonna do like a major rework of all of the uniques, including the new ones most likely. They're gonna do like major balancing updates. They're gonna do a major rework of the Infernal Hordes. So yeah, I mean, basically we know nothing. Incinerate is giga busted in PvP. Copium, okay. Yeah, I got what you played on Season 4 PTR and then what you played in actual Season 4 was completely different. So... there will be a new PTR in 3 weeks as well, all new stuff. Copium. I mean, it would honestly not be a bad idea to just do like a second round, even if it's just for a few days or so. You know, do like the next iteration. Let people try the new stuff again. And then like iron out the last fixes before launch. I mean, the schedule is pretty tight there. But yeah, they could squeeze that in somewhere and then, you know, get to work for like another 1 or 2 weeks. We had huge hopes for an update to Waxing Gibbous. Oh boy. Yeah, I wonder what they would do though. I mean, Waxing Gibbous seems like an item that's like really nice for like speed farming stuff with Shred. But that's not really the problem of Shred, right? Like Shred is already fast and good at farming in like Helltide or whatever in like low end content. It's just that it doesn't do any damage later in the pits and you can't really solve that with just this item, I think. I'm going to Blizzard headquarters, hack them and find out if the cow level is real. I don't know, my guess is it is real. No one has found it. I wouldn't do another PTR. Maybe to keep some mystery. I mean, the mystery part is definitely not to be underestimated. Like, one thing I love about PoE is that there is, you know, basically no information before the league launches, right? It's all like, okay, patch notes drop and now people start scrambling to get their builds together. And then you know nothing about the league mechanic and, you know, the meta and like what changes and like... just introduce a lot of shit that is like, that no one has ever tested. at least outside of GG or something. And that's also really cool, to be honest. You know, like it's just like this whole discovery, and it's like, you know, weeks of trying to find stuff and like, you know, discovering stuff, and it's like a whole like event basically, right? The season start. So that's really cool about it as well. Like in E3, we always like had the entire patch, we tried everything, we made all the guides, which I mean is obviously pretty OP as a content creator. But like from a player's perspective, I actually really love just going in blind. Okay, we're level 97.5. How long do we need to finish this? Yeah, I know PoE has a test room. But I mean, you know, basically none of the big streamers is actually there and these kind of things, right? So, at least as far as I know. Maybe some of them are, but when it comes to like, you know, races and stuff, the big boys are not participating in the testing. So that's good. I think Andy's Barb is viable via Hoda or Craving Death. Andy's Barb, huh? I mean, Barb has the most generic damage scaling out of all classes, I guess. But it has like the worst lucky hit by far, I'd say. So I guess he could make an Andy's Barb. I wouldn't expect it to be very good though, at least compared to other Barb builds that are good. But yeah, if you really want to try, I wouldn't do Hoda. I'm not sure why I want to do Hoda. I would probably go Double Swing, because Double Swing has a relatively fast attack speed. And it has 60% base lucky hit, which is relatively decent. And you can also temper Double Swing size. So I think this is probably what I would do as an Andy Barb. Polearm for lucky hits. We could do Polearm. It has a bit of extra lucky hit bonus, but you can also just take the Polearm expertise, no? Yeah, okay, I mean, okay, expertise and the weapon itself actually stack. That's the interesting part. You could wear a Polearm and take Polearm expertise, but then you can't do Double Swing. And I think Double Swing is really the way. Unless it's like maybe Frenzy. Frenzy has okay lucky hit. Maybe Frenzy is the way, actually. But then it also can't do Polearm.
They've been feeding on me. My soul. Please. Let it get back from them. Let it end.
Luckbringer aspect. Yeah, I guess the way to play an Andy's Barb would be with Walking Arsenal, because Luckbringer aspect is pretty big. You also get a bunch of extra attack speed from Walking Arsenal. But yeah, I think it would probably be Double Swing. Double Swing, Walking Arsenal, something like that. Just, or maybe Frenzy. I think Frenzy is faster and has the same attack speed, the same lucky hit. I think it's also 30% per hit, same as Double Swing, I'm not sure. Double Swing would be good because you can hit multiple targets in AoE. But usually the problem is not the AoE damage on the Darius build. But it would be nice to hit multiple targets. Maybe you can do Double Swing for AoE to get like more procs when you have enemies together. And then you do like Frenzy for single targets. You could also kind of combine the two even on the boss to, for example, use Double Swing to extend your berserking. So even on the boss you could like Double Swing sometimes while doing your Frenzy stuff. That could work, you know, this would maybe be like some kind of good combo. But yeah, I mean, you're playing Andariel's Barb, so I wouldn't really expect too much compared to an Andariel's Rogue, despite being a Barb. Stop buffing Barb the whole time and stop nerfing the others. I mean, to be fair, Barb didn't really get many direct buffs this season, like season 5, I mean. They nerfed Bash. They, I guess technically slightly buffed Flay. But I mean, I didn't really do much with Barbs outside of like, you know, making like the Deathblow build with the new item and then Kratos Barb with the Iron Maelstrom, but I mean, that's mostly a meme thing. Played Andy, Bash, Barb, and PTR, it's shredded, 80% lucky hit with Bash. Yeah, Bash also has relatively high lucky hit, and you can also benefit from the cleave thing. Maybe Bash would work. But I guess really, just to like get the most boss damage out of it, you probably want to do Frenzy. Frenzy is really fast, plus has its extra attack speed, and it gives you like the buff, also the R. Talk about Bash. Strength life for the Bash. Yo, you are rich. Nice, okay. To 12 billion item. Wild. I mean, Pants is usually a slot for res on Barbs, no? Although if you're on Tyrios, not necessarily. Up to the bone, heavy-handed emeralds are so expensive. Yeah, surprise. What do we do now? I'm playing for the race. Yeah, I'm still debating. I kind of want to do Druid. Maybe let's do Druid anyway. So, see what I can do. Got a 2 GA heavy-handed, yours for 20 billion. Just 20 billion, nice. Oh, does damage while fortified actually apply to minions? I wonder. I think it doesn't work on wolves. So I'm not sure if that's actually worth it. Also, I never took Bloodbath. I should probably work towards that. Can we? There's also rest there. Okay, we are getting 8 more points, so this is 4, 8, 10, 13. So I have to remove some small points somewhere, I guess, if we want to do this. People selling 1000 Stitching Stones, this confuses you. Yeah, apparently there was some talk about like some potential dupes going on. So I'm not sure what happened. Because there was like a moment where some people were suddenly like sitting there with like hundreds or thousands of Stitching Stones suddenly. Which was definitely a bit sus. But then, I mean, the market is still pretty stable, right? It's not like Stitching Stones are worth nothing and all the materials are worth nothing. So I'm not sure if they're just like not selling that much to keep the market stable. Or if the dupe was actually just not a dupe after all. Where did the max 44 Wilbur's time counter go? I think they're doing some updates on the website and it's kind of gone for a little bit now, but I think it will come back. Okay, we can finish the Necro another time. We're so close to 100, but it's fine.
I can fix it.
I know it's dupe, but more bottle and abuse hell type bug early. Yeah, I mean, this was like very early in the season, and then suddenly people popped up with like 1000 Stygian Stones or so. I mean, they could have just like bought them all over the place, or just like had a bot farm running, and then just like turn them in on like hundreds of accounts or something with the hell type thing. But that sounds also kind of extreme, so I don't know. Also, we have a problem. Let's delete some mules. Looking on diary for PTB leveling in 9 dimensions. What is PTB? Thoughts on beast form, momentum, preparation, rogue. With all new aspects and max resource. Yeah, the max resource is kind of interesting. Could do some funny stuff with Beastfall there and momentum. Okay, this is very full here. Also a bunch of Chronikz. We have a mule that is like not that full. I need to kill off some characters here really badly. We have space here. Oof. I'm probably not gonna touch the bar for a little bit, just take some stuff out there. There's nothing in the inventory. Random 35 station stones there. Okay, let's do this. Hey, Ronios, thanks for sub, man. The race starts in 2 hours. Poison, Twisting Blades, Harlequin, and Daryl. Okay. Yeah, and Daryl helps a lot with like speed clearing. But I think Harlequin is like better late game for pushing. Okay. So it's gonna empty a mule in there. Somebody gonna sort out some stuff. We're gonna make like a final build for the leaderboard push. I mean, I think I have to like cut back a little bit on my plans here for the Necro. Maybe the Barb as well for the rest of the season. Since we're gonna be playing Torchlight and then last Epoch, and then we're gonna be in America. And then we might do 73. And then we do like the final like kind of pit push. End of season. I guess we're not gonna do much more of like, you know, these builds here. So, okay, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, I was just waiting for fun. Oh no. Well, I guess we can put him on another mule. Holy shit. Okay. Stage this guy. Can't wait to kill my characters. Same, man. Okay. I'm going to do a poll so people can bet who will win. I could make a prediction, I guess, once the race starts. Why not? So let's see a little bit of like Druid early game. I split. Can the race finish with duels to the death? There can only be one. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Like 30 minutes after the first Elias kill, we're gonna meet up in the PP zone. At least with those who live until then. Okay, so what do we do? I guess this is like a lightning storm angle into companions, and that's basically it. That's gonna be the entire build. So 1, 2, 3 companions, left click, right click, and we have 1 utility skill, which I guess will be Bloodhowl, and then maybe for capstones instead of Bloodhowl, this will be Bulwark. And that's it. I just realized for the first time that there is only one Earth core skill, but 2 Storm. They need an extra Earth skill there. You also need some extra like key passive or 2. Some like, you know, more generic ones. Okay, so I think that's what they're gonna do. Get the kitty. I haven't really discussed exactly if you're gonna do the Helltide turn-ins. But I guess technically, why not? Oh shit, the Helltide ends in 5 minutes. F. Good time, man. It's Rax, Chronikz, Kondyss, me, and OogieBoogie. Three minutes Helltide, woohoo, let's go. It's not a race set, I'm just doing a test run.
What is this?
Good thing is when the race starts, you're gonna be at the start of a full hour. So we can do full Helltide basically. It's kind of funny, like holding this 200 mace up in the air and then it's hilarious. Goblin, huh? No unsolvable though, it's gonna be kinda tough. I guess Open Bulwark will give me unsolvable for the capstones. I guess one of the downsides of Druid is we have to do an extra stronghold, but it's a pretty fast one, I guess. Not very fast, but it's okay. See you later, Highness. Pet the pet 17 times, guaranteed Shaco drop. I imagine someone actually finds a Shaco in this race now. That'll be hilarious. Should have played the lottery. But you know. That was close. Dude, these wolves just one-tapping the elite, man. Okay. Well, since the Helltide is ending in 30 seconds, I guess I'll go bathroom real quick and pause the timer. So, what can we do, I guess? I need to turn in the cinders. So the Doomsday despawned and nothing came out. That's kind of funny. Okay. Up. Stop at 420. Yeah, the Druid quest is a bit longer, but it's okay, I guess. The race will be like a few hours, so having like a slightly longer Quest is not too bad. Okay, BRB in like 2 minutes. Okay, we're back. 3 minutes for the Helltide. Sounds like a perfect time to order some food. Let's do that. Okay, so there's one thing we need to remember. We cannot salvage anything, so we actually have to drop items all the time. But I guess that's not a huge problem. So you basically just have to do this here, ding, 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 ding. And then you have to like save items that you want to keep because you cannot use a stash. I did some space in my stash, but that didn't really help us much. Second. One minute for the Helltides. You have no pots. So we should actually investigate. That's actually a good idea that Rax did there with like trying to find a quest that can give you an elixir to get started. But on the other hand, I'm not sure if it's really worth going out your way because at some point you will find elixirs, right? Something will drop, I guess. Okay. Does the Helltide NPC count? Yeah, I'm not sure where we are at with the Helltide NPC. I wouldn't mind like turning in the Helltide thing. It could be funny, you know, you can get some legendaries there, you can get some maybe unique even, right? This could be like a fun little RNG swing.
Steady yourself, Bob. The hellborn
I guess for now I'm not gonna do it until we decide. We're gonna discuss this. We're gonna like meet a little bit earlier and then discuss like the last little details. Oh wait, a timer. Okay. I like the wolves just jumping and one-shotting elites. Feels good. Man, no lightning storm duration is kind of sad though. Lightning storm with the extra duration feels really nice. It's gonna become a utility temper, right? Not a offensive temper anymore. That's gonna be really good. Okay, do not go to the maiden. Yeah, we are not allowed to leech at the maiden, so we're supposed to stay away from the maiden. We're gonna update the rules of that. We discussed this though. No maiden. Basically, don't go for maiden at all. It's kind of the idea. To make sure that there's not like people just like one-shotting her over and over or something. Hey, is that right? 2 Whispers is allowed, yeah. We also haven't discussed obols. Because technically it could be a strat around obols. So you can at least like gamble a few items, you know, before you go capstone or so. Try to fill up some holes in your gear. Try to get an aspect. I think these health bites should be pretty good actually to do. Mode only. Alright then. Is anyone else like also trying the challenge just for the rules? That we're gonna do later? Why not, you know, just play along. Two of this makes sense because it's a tree. Technically, they're also NPCs now. Like there's like heads hanging, talking to you. I could consider them NPCs. But yeah, I mean, Obo's turn, Whisper turning of course makes sense, I think. Oh. Let's get out of there. One thing I really like about Druid leveling is that you just have so many buttons. You know, you press your wolves, you press your creeper, like even the ravens, like they actually do something in the early game. I really enjoy that. Compared to like, you know, typically where the ravens is just on a bar above you and they don't do anything. Okay, ring is not allowed until later. Not sure if that was really worth here with the Wurm. Enquiries strike. The wolves gain attack speed. Wonder if that's worth it. Slow poisoned. Immobilize stunned enemies. So I can do Creeper and then Wolf follow up for like a big burst. Okay, which are the strongholds that we are supposed to do? I think Light's Hope is the first one, which is a level 25 stronghold, I think. Yeah. Hope's Light. Light's Hope, Hope's Light. What is Light's Hope again? It's like a WoW thing. Eastern Plaguelands. Isn't that like something for... Yeah, basically let's generate more resources. Let's get that, man. So we can cast more. Sort of resources now. The thing is you can already collect offerings without doing the class quests. So you could actually wait until like around level 20 or something, and then go for strongholds. No, some of these events take a while. Not sure if it's even worth doing the events, to be honest. Might be kind of wasted. There's no bonus XP you get for doing an event, for example. And I realize I don't have to favorite anything. Any level ups? I think that's not worth it. You can get so many points there. Get resources as well from Bloodhowl. It's a bit more damage. Turn us up again. Freedom! C-hack. Yeah, the Stronghold has the C-hack, or what do you mean? Swing does a lot of damage, yeah. Nothing legendary yet, but we are level 15, so if you find a goblin, we get legendaries. Class feature. These spirit offerings look so large, man. It's kind of funny. I have to collect many of them, so keep at it. I guess this would be like a poison creeper angle here. A bit more damage from our wolves and stuff. I think one problem we're gonna have is, we wanna get to level 50 I guess, before Elias at the very least, and then get our Paragons unlocked. And I really want to get the Keeper Glyph. Keeper Glyph is very powerful for companions. And maybe even Tracker Glyph or so, maybe gonna go for 2 glyphs for Elias. Although level 50 should probably be okay. But the thing is, like, are we gonna find the glyph that we want? Probably not. Can take as long as like level 70 to get them all. Lots of spirit offerings. It's in 1 hour 48 or 48. It's in 1 hour 48. Let me start. Yeah, I know that's like a summertime thing. I just wrote CET. Can't click on that thing there. Let's open a mystery box. When would we actually go for the capstone here? Oh look, I got an elixir. First one. Results are not the best, so... Is there not this already? Storm Strike, huh? There's technically nothing prevents me from going both tier 1 to do the strongholds. So I can do them a bit early. Don't really get much XP in the strongholds necessarily. Okay, is there any other like important puzzles you have to pick up here? Can get Defiance later. Can't really do quick shifting, I think. Yeah, in a few levels from now, we have like both of these maxed out, and that's also not really that much to pick up anymore. I mean, there's like damage reduction. defensive posture is definitely something that's useful later. Okay, we already have 6 aerial spirit burns at level 18. Seems to go pretty fast. Poison or any crit chance and crit damage, or go with poison damage and damage. Depends on what kind of poison we're talking. If you're playing Andariels, crit chance is not very useful. If you're playing poison imbuement, crit chance is very good actually, because of the blended poison imbuement upgrade. Crit damage is useless though. It does not benefit from crit damage. Use rabies. I mean, could try rabies actually. I guess technically we don't really need ravens currently. This might actually be a real angle here. See it. Don't have the aspect for it to lower the cooldown. But I do see in the poison ticking. 4 seconds, spreads 50% faster. I think the spread is actually not that important here. Because I think they buffed the spread baseline already, right? Oh, interesting, you can like press rabies, and it actually just like rabies the air while it's pressing shift. That's funny. Rabies is actually very fast animation, man. It's like instant. Bite. Elias is the World Tier 4 capstone boss, yes. I mean, it's taking for 35, which is not bad. Can definitely help a bit of the AoE clear when I'm out of resources. Maybe I'm gonna do this instead of the Ravens. Not really the big reason to have the Ravens on the bar. I think Rabies is actually the strat here. Gonna try this more. It actually just occurs to me there's like no real poison passives on the Druid tree, right? There's like nothing to buff rabies, there's nothing to really buff anything with poison. But there's like so much poison synergies on like heightened malice, on the paragons, there's envenom. Like nothing to actually boost the poisons themselves. Boost rabies or anything. Rabies was such a weird choice to add in the game. Why you reckon Barbarian's got rabies to transmit? I don't know. I mean, it's like a Diablo 2 thing, and they wanted to give like, you know, these kind of like special, more like cooldown skills, I guess, to the shapeshifting fantasy as well. They were thinking, okay, what to do? I think rabies is actually kind of like an interesting skill. It's just kind of too weak. But the way it works is pretty cool if it was actually doing damage and fit into builds. Got a helm now. But poison is so much more powerful, man. But if I find the rabies aspect, that will be really good for Helltide stuff, actually. Because yeah, it spreads, everything has rabies, does a lot of damage. I mean, why not? I think open some chests to try the strongholds. I wonder if I can just do it on Voltage 2. Otherwise, this might be a Voltage 1 angle. Just like switch real quick to the stronghold. To the quest. I'm not really gonna get XP there. Oh, destroying out Hellborn. Yeah, at least the wolves destroy, but long cooldown. I still have 0 legendaries. We are 26 minutes. So after I finish the Druid quest and the first stronghold for the rings, I guess we're gonna be looking at something like 40 minutes. Maybe ready for capstone after around an hour. If the other strongholds completed. Like level 30, level 35. Would probably be okay for capstone. At that point you can also use the items that drop in the capstone, which should be kind of helpful. Because you might find some nice rares there or something. Allowed to open chests? Yes. Playing Flavor has taught you to hate fire imbued elites. Really? Barb's are tanky though, no? Hey Eric, thank you man. Yeah, we can do the faster spread here and see how that does. That's a lot of armor. Okay, it's definitely time for stronghold soon. We have a ring now that I really want to equip. It's gonna have so many different like skills. Like all these skills actually do damage on my bar. It's kind of crazy. I have 4 different damage skills I need to rank up to 5. Which is pretty hilarious. Where are all these chests? So let's do this. It is slowly starting to fall off, but I wonder how it would be for example, Necros. I think Necro's gonna walk up to the capstone and they're chilling. So maybe I'm like a bit optimistic here after Druid. I don't really like the race as a Druid, maybe I was gonna do it. The capstone gear is not such a high level coin anymore. They capped it at, I think 35 actually, like the same as the sacred gear now. They lowered it in season 4. So the maximum normal level, the normal item requirement is I think 35 now, similar as the minimum from sacred. Which is kind of funny because the maximum for sacred is actually still 60 I think. And the minimum for ancestral is 55. So there's actually overlap. But I think normal and sacred don't have overlap. Oh, 24. We had 31 minutes. We have 2 rings now even. So which strongholds do we have to do? Hope's Light, Quarter Gun, and Arcanus. Arcanus for the amulets. Let's see how it goes. So we can save this. Has 10% damage. 1 Spirit on Kill. I actually really love Spirit on Kill. If you get something like that early on. If Andaris procs counts as a skill, it does not. Versatility does not work for it. Dexterity does though. No fear Dusty, thanks for the prime. Start running. Maybe should have gone from Karagar. Came from Kat Badu, I'm not sure if that makes sense. I just noticed these are actually kind of close together, these towns. And then there's Gerakul very far.
This whole place is in ruins.
I don't think I ever went in from this side into this stronghold, I just noticed. I always come from the bottom. Like the most sense it probably makes from this side, from the top right, and just run up there. Because you don't have to like, climb around.
A memory.
Let's see how it Vertier 2 capstone is. No, stronghold. Maybe we're gonna go Vertier 1 for the strongholds. Yeah, I started the race 1 hour early. So I have a chance playing a Druid. No, I was just doing like a little test run here.
Everything is ruined. It's all ash.
It's useless. Their anger will feed me.
Yeah, we don't really get XP here.
efforts are futile. You will join them in eternal misery.
Maybe next time we're gonna do Dura is mandatory. We're losing quite some time doing the strongholds. To be fair, like other people are gonna get like at least 1-2 level ups in the meantime.
We are forsaken, forgotten.
I get like 3 bars of XP or something here. Not very much. Definitely gonna go World Tier 1 for the strongholds just to make the boss fight faster, I think. Although the turn at the end might also be kinda nice. Kinda weird how I got damaged here behind him. Dude, what? Look. I just keep burning even though I'm standing behind him. It's kinda strange. Missed my wolves. Also, I realized I went for the stronghold at level 24, 1 level before I got my key passive, so that's really cool. Which one would I take actually? I mean, using strength always works with 30% damage. Could also go Maul to go Bestial Rampage.
You will never harm another soul.
Big weapon. 2 big weapons. They're basically the same. Okay. It's like the same weapon, man. What? Life, willpower, same item power. So we have 37 minutes. We could do Perfect Storm. But it only works for our storm skills and not our companions. Which are pretty important. So I think this is a using strength angle.
You've healed this.
So what can we take here? Nothing yet, I guess. We have to do the quest. Yeah, I'm not collecting right now, yeah. But if you wanna do the race and you don't have hardcore right now, then it's definitely recommended to go for that. Is there any realistic way for me to use Bestial Rampage? We can do Howl, Rabies, to be in wolf form for the attack speed. And I guess you can do Maul. I can try to go Maul. Maul is 20 spirit and this Earthspike is only 16, but Earthspike is pretty fast. Trample for spirit. Not happening. 14 seconds. It gives us how much? 40? Yeah. Kind of long. You have to drop the rabies. You could drop rabies and get trample. How many do we have? Almost 200 actually already. Now you're racing to Elias. 100 will take way too long for this. More or less very slow though. But like the amount of resource generation I have to do, I can easily proc Bastion Rampage, I guess. That was a quest already, right? It's not actually not bad. Or is there more after this? Why no Wind Shear for movement speed? I could do Wind Shear, just Earthspike is like a really nice fast skill. I like the flow of it and the resource generation. Sometimes I get a double cast as well. But I guess Wind Shear is also not terrible. I'll probably go for the resources though. Wind Shear might be better actually these days with the density in Helltide. Because it gets so much resources. Okay, that was actually the quest already, and here we go. So let's see. Okay, I need to check actually. It doesn't tell me which boons I get. Oh, no, only on the snake, right? So there's crit, life. I mean, the 10 crit is already a good start. You can do 25 on the eagle. And then we have pack leader, but it only works with crit as well. Energize is probably what you want here. You want 50 on the wolf. And the stag, you need 75 or 100. So that's kind of rough. What do we do on this snake? So snake has every time it kills overpower, then overloads. So overload could be interesting. As because it doesn't have as much and calm before the storm doesn't have us. So we need 100 for the snake. Maybe 25 is fine. And maybe 75 here though. So this will be 200. And this is also 25. So I need 225 to activate the snake, the first, and the third. So this is probably what we will do here. How much thorns is this actually? 500 thorns. Is that actually a good number? If you do this, we do this to 25 on all of them. And I think we only get the double once we have all of them, right? So this will be the angle right now. We have the pack leader and the crit, so how much crit is this? 17. Should be, well, noticeable at least. Now we go to Hope's Light and see how it goes. We had 41 minutes though. And we'd have to come back with another 200 basically. So we can do it with 200 and then come back once we have the other 200. And then do the bond. Energize would be really nice, yes. But we're getting also pretty carried by our companions. So until, like basically later we're gonna go Iron Feather, I guess. And until then, it would be crit and pack leader. Because pack leader only procs from crits as well. And then later can do life and energize. And then we go for the reduced elite damage. Maybe speed until we go capstone and we go to elite damage. Here there's nothing. Which one do we bond with? Maybe we're gonna bond with the wolf. To get the pack leader and the energize. But we won't have any crit chance, I think, so they won't be a proc pack leader much. So you might want to bond. Actually, I wonder how much is the thorns now, if they hit me. Actually, legit, man. Look, they just one-shot themselves. Two-shot. Does it work for the pets? What about the pets? Yeah. Yeah. The Thorns works for the pets. I mean, it's actually not that bad, I think.
There is a lighthouse out on the rocks. But why is its beacon unlit?
Wonder if Necro is the play. Yeah, I think Necro is the play. I might try the Necro real quick, and maybe also a little bit on the Rogue. I mean, now it's kind of the point where we start scaling down a little bit. Where, you know, it starts becoming harder. You know, before this. It's actually crazy. I'm level 25. I haven't found a single legendary, by the way. So that's kind of funny. I wonder how much I can turn in from the Iron Wolves. So level, it's gonna be like level 25 plus Hope's Light completed. Like level at 46 minutes roughly, I guess. So that's gonna be the target. Let's see what we're gonna do with the Necro. With the Necro we also have the Golden Quest at this level. Yeah, I could have walked here from everyone, I know. But the immersion, man. Yeah, can't let Rax win. Not planning to let him win, don't worry. These monsters don't give XP, right? I think shrines are actually under 30% movement speed. I think they're 30. At some point you have to do a challenge that is like, you cannot use waypoints. It's gonna be fun. Actually, our waypoints are not going to do a fresh character and don't skip campaign? I guess not, right? Oh, loot. Okay, 47 minutes. Let's stop here and see what I can do on Necro. So, I mean, how will we continue from here? We, probably do 2 points in Wolves. Then you start getting some like defensive posture. Maybe 2 more points in Rabies. But yeah, there's not really that much else, to be honest. I guess we can do some quick shifting at this point. Yeah, quick shift would probably be the way here. Just like left click with Maul. Quick shift is pretty powerful, even with only 3 points. It's 24% damage. You can also start getting the Fortify. So this will be 3 points, 6 points, 7 points. 9, 11. We can do it this here as well. We definitely have to get this. That's very helpful. This will be 14. Maybe not this. Although for Capstone we can actually go for Vigilance as well. That's pretty good. It's actually getting buffed next patch. It's getting to, I think, 7% per point instead of 5. It's gonna be nice. Okay, then we still have like 10 points left over. We can like throw some stuff in Defiance or Nature's Reach. Or Clarity. Actually I could do Clarity, I just realized. Clarity would also help me to actually proc my pack later. You do like 1, 2, and then pack later. It's 10% crit. Actually no, it's 30% crit, 30% damage, right? If I do 2 skills. It's pretty good. Clarity is pretty strong. Yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff we want here. I think at this point we'll actually start taking out points of Rabies, maybe put back the Ravens even. Like Rabies is already starting to like kind of fall off, so we'll probably do Clarity. Maybe I should have done it already. I heard about the ladder, yes. It's very nice. What Necro build would you use? Oh, it's gonna be pretty much what I just leveled on my Necro, I guess. Blood Surge minions. It's probably the play. Sorc's also doing Druid. I very strongly doubt it. It's the same problem that we had earlier with the Altide. But okay. If there is, I could spec into Envenom. Yeah, with a massive, like, 15% crit chance, I guess. Okay, 1 second. Alright, give me 1 minute, guys. Okay. Actually, I think just out of curiosity, I'm gonna review maybe some I wonder if I have some season start, like run or so, saved up somewhere from the footage. I'd like to compare this to, like, for example, Rogue. Druid is so thick. Druid is thick indeed. No, I have like the tormented bosses world first, Lilith. Not sure if I saved anything else here from season start. Let me see. No. I can review the Druid again a little bit. Do I have a spirit animal? Yeah, Squirrel. So I've done a 1-to-100 race on PTR. Yeah, that would be time well spent for sure. There's actually people that have levels on PTR. I don't really understand why. But occasionally I saw that those like level 80 people on the world boss. I mean, maybe they didn't level, maybe they actually had like a level 80 character and just played it or something without boosting. Exactly, Nikon. Oh wait, there's one Necro here. Since the Helltide is ending in 2 minutes, I guess we wait for the next Helltide, which starts in 7. So we can check this out a bit. Ugh. What's going on? Bugging out. What the hell? Are we lagging? Uh-oh. Hello? Amazing. My screen is freezing. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. I guess I'm gonna restart.